All right, let's get into the 12 horns of the two beasts, one from the sea and one from the earth. And these are all within us, as the 7 heads with the 10 horns connects us to the 7 churches of Revelation. It connects us to the 7 days of Genesis. It connects us to our 7 chakras. It connects us to the rainbow with the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. It connects you to the frequencies we hear with the music as the A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And we have a flat and a sharp on these notes. So that's the two-edged sword, in a matter of speaking, is connected to music. And this is where music can move the soul and make you live and laugh and dance, and then it can also make you cry and remember past times that can take you down and those types of things. So it can stir the light and the emotions of man, and this is where this candlestick, these lights, these frequencies, these sounds are going inside of man, controlling the temple, and they haven't got to the single light within them. And to get to the single light within you, you have to detox from these sounds and sights and actions of this world. And you have to go into the desert sometimes for the 40 days alone and speak with Satan and the devil yourself. And this is going into those dark times, or if you grew up in a red household, you got to go down to the orange and yellow and green and blue, etc. So all these kind of play a role, because sometimes we may live in a house number 1, but it's a spiritual level on an orange, and then a whatever level on a D note or whatever. So we can see where interchanging of these frequencies and sounds and lights all interconnect in our world through different societies and such. Okay, so we have to ask ourselves, how did they become that way, or that culture? We are living in that culture. Okay, so that petri petro dish is being gathered up into a nation, and that's that candlestick. And what's going on is there's 2 candlesticks, 2 mountains, 2 suns, 2 lights right now. And as the candlesticks, these flames are coming together, it's kind of where you're in, where the 2 wickets, the old burnt down wick is done, and this one's here, and this one, as it flames up, this is where the flames up, it flames up inside of us, and that becomes the lack or the black side, the one that burnt out and poofed out. Okay, so as this candlestick is within us, it's within the world, it's within this rainbow that's being shown. As the rainbow has been shown on the first day and the last day, and all these things overlapping, those transformational times, those transports, the ports, the deportation, all these things are overlapping, and these are lights given to us in one spectrum of the beast, and one man, or the Antichrist system, the kings, are coming to war with the so-called beast, and they're transferring this light of the candlesticks flaming up, and as it flames up, you have a new candle over here, and these are all gone. Okay, so that's where the next 4 and 8 and 12 years are laying out before you right now in this Super Bowl, with the rapture and those types of things playing out, is the candlestick on that bowl, all those things going together as that trumpet is shown for the Oval Office when he pets the kid, and he's got his trumpet sounding for the Doge, the E-God, coming in and pulling the reins and those types of things. So all these colors, the red, the hell, that's like the first color per se on the primary list, and this is that where they're being brought up to the most high spot, their God, their hell, their children of hell, the red. And the red is this the anger, the hell color, and all those things. So that's where they're being brought up instead of going down into the violet spectrum, where the purple, where the red and blue meet, because they're divided, the red versus the blue, and all those things showing. So as a storm cloud, Daniel's storm, Daniel's penny, the penny, 2 cents in, all these things, 2 cents out, all these things are overlapping. That storm cloud is coming in the people, and they're starting to be like, I wonder. Okay, so this is when they're being taken into the shady spot. And the shady is those leaves, and the leaves come out in the summer, and the summer is nigh as the figs and the figure skaters and these figures for the Social Security, the SS, and all these things are showing a role in the 150 Social Security living up to, in the Canada 51, and that connects you to the Super Bowl 51 and the 58, 85 backside, and those types of time frames that I got to in the other Super Bowl video. But so the guitar connects us to the 12, and I'll post the guitar rainbow scheme or whatever, but it breaks down basically into 7 visible spectrums of the rainbow. So it matches these things along with the notes and whatever else, but it's a perfect representation of how the frequency and the guitars and the so-called rock and roll and all these things came to move men. And then the strings is also connected to your cello and violin and those types of things, because the violin, the violet, the Renaissance era, the classical, that classic cool music is going to be playing with RFK, and the JD Vance is that JD play, or the DJ plays a song on the backside. Also, the John Trump is that DJ going to be playing some music for that backside, going forward in a way for that first initial. So all these things work with us, and they affect us, and they move us, and they move us into a direction. And this is where we have to leave and go on a sabbatical in a way, and detox from these things, because you got to detox in order to let the program rest. Because basically what's going on is our body is a machine. Okay, we are a living, walking, talking computer robot. Okay, and they have us programmed to go down the rows we buy from the robot. So as we're being programmed, there's nothing wrong with this in a matter of speaking. Okay, we need things to run, but in order to understand the brainwashing and the propaganda and to see these things clearly and whatever else, you have to detox from the system. So this might mean where you have to change your food or your diet, or you quit watching news for a little bit, you quit listening to music for a little bit, you quit whatever, or you change the music you listen to. All these things are going to programming. That's where the branding makes you someone's. So this is where in school's a twofold system, and school actually brands you and divides you and gives you social tics and all these kinds of problems that supposedly is a problem in our society, because they're trying to put everybody into one little mold while everybody is the same but different. And then they're also trying to make schools brought to you in a multifaceted direction, because children should not be forced to sit there for 8 hours a day. That's actually a form of torture. As far if you've ever watched The Natural Life of a Child compared to what they're doing to children in school. And this is where you got the National Education Department coming under fire. All these things are the whole new, we're getting a whole new way of doing things. Okay? And we're just living in the beginning steps as that Son of Man, that new time, the Mercury, all these things are coming to break forward to bring us into the new time. Okay? And he's also the Venus, and he's the Mars, and we got the Earth, the ear coming, and all those things. So all this, we're all overlapping. And then he also has Elon is the dude that has he's the one, as far as the deepest of the puppets, that one, the shadow government, showing for the shadow government, all being exposed through this one man. As this light is being shown, the people are being into the shady spot, the shadow government is being exposed through the expose, and then that's when we go into a whole new, then it goes into a whole new shadow after that. So, and the shadow is where the bass rise up, and then you have the fishermen just ready to gather them, but it's already been gathered to where the people just say no to the old heaven and earth. Either way, the beast of the sea, the 7 colors, 7 heads, the 10 horns, this all connects to the eyes. We are the beast of the sea. We're also the beast of the earth, the ear, the temples, the left temple and the right temple. And there's going to be a rebuilding of the third temple. Third temple is the eye. The AI is coming. You go eye to eye, come face to face with the face of God, pineal. Face to face with the face of God is where you're looking at people on your phone, and all these things layered upon layer upon layer. Okay, in the Church of Laodicea. Oh man, I gotta do another video on this too. The CIA and the internet and all these things, but I'll do another video on that real quick.